Hi everyone, Natasha here, and around my home today I am in the dining room and I'm enjoying a little bit of sunshine that's peeking through the clouds out there. We have had just enough snow and ice to have four snow days in the last week and a half for school. So I apologize, I have not been on here much. I was hoping to get on and do the rest of the New Year, New You videos where we were zone cleaning. And I ended up doing all the zone cleaning. We had some guests and company coming over and things like that. So I did do some zone cleaning in the dining room and the hearth room and the entryway. We actually even cleaned the light fixture in the dining room, which is beautiful. I've been wanting to do that for years since we moved in. So I have all my little places like that too, where I just keep procrastinating, and I finally got it done. My dad kind of initiated and just started cleaning it, and then all of a sudden we had the whole thing taken apart and cleaned, and it looks beautiful now. So anyway, that happened. Yeah, I did zone cleaning in the kitchen and got things just kind of tidied up in there and did a good sweep and mop, and need to clean out the fridge one more time. But all of the areas of my home were touched and some kind of zone cleaning happened, but I just didn't have the ability to turn the camera on because I was under a time crunch. So bear with me. I don't know if I'll get back to filming those or not. So I guess let me know in the comments down below. Do you want me to go through and try to film myself still doing the zone cleaning, just 15 minutes in each of the zones, and maybe I'll just film each one as I go through the next weeks of February, and we'll just tack those on to the New Year, New You. But if not, this has been a good lesson for me. I was all excited to get you all these videos and get myself motivated, and then all of these snow days happened, which meant I was home with my daughter, which was great. We got to spend lots of time together, but I sure had a hard time getting any filming done, because inevitably when I turn the camera on, she wants to be right in front too. And that's great, and it's really cute, but I feel like I can't really get the video quality together like I was hoping when that happens. And sometimes it's fine and that's all part of the video, but other times I just think it's easier just to enjoy your time, cameras off and all that. So anyway, going forward, this is my little life update part. I'm gonna shoot for doing one video a week, because I think that's probably way more doable with my family life and schedule. And it will probably be on Friday. I think that would be a good plan for what my day and week usually pans out like. Fridays, I think, are a day that I could get it posted for you. So I'm going to shoot for Friday morning, having a weekly video up for you. I have a collaboration that is in the works with a dear friend of mine, and part of that will be some cleaning and hopefully motivation for myself and for all of us to just get into some of those areas we've been putting off or have been too overwhelmed to declutter. And if you've been watching my channel, the basement is one of them, but I have a few other little spots that are just all tucked away, and you don't see them very often, but they kind of weigh on me and bother me every time I open the drawer or open the cabinet or whatever. So anyway, that was my reminder that I have to go pick up my daughter in a few minutes. So stay tuned for more fun things coming in February. Thanks for your patience. Now, the other part that we're here to talk about today is, if you saw in January, I started this new series. I think I'm calling it Christmas Countdown, and we're just doing monthly challenges that are your like cruising through the holidays prep. So it's sort of like the pre-work that we can do early on before we hit the cruising through the holiday season in mid-October, because as I mentioned, my life is crazy then. It doesn't really slow down until January, so I'm trying to help myself out by doing a little bit now while I can. So on to that for your mission today, and remember, these are just for the whole month. So at some point in February, here's what I'd like you to do if you want to join along. This is what I'm working on. Go through and make your gift list. So just jot down who you know at the moment. Of course, things could change as you go through the next several months and we get up to Christmas, but family members you're going to buy for, or friends that you always buy for and you have a gift exchange every year, your child's teachers or your hairdresser or your postal worker, you know, any of those people that are on your regular list that you know you're going to buy for again, jot them down, make your list. I usually just grab a piece of loose leaf paper, and what helps me, because we go to multiple Christmases, is I make the list based on location. So I have one list that starts at my mom's house and anyone we're going to see there. I have a second list at my dad's house, anyone we'll see there, and then my husband's side of the family is another list, and then I kind of have the periphery, which would be teachers and our mail lady and, you know, different people like that that I know I want to remember to get a gift for, but a lot of times I don't really have an occasion. I'm just either dropping it off or sending it in the mail, that kind of thing. So make that list and then give yourself a few minutes to just come up with a real general budget. It doesn't have to be exact. You kind of know what you did last year, and you kind of know if you need to stay about the same or go, you can afford to go up a little, or you need to go down a little. Just give yourself a real rough and ready budget to kind of get yourself started. And the reason is, from now until Christmas, I give you permission to pick up a gift if you find one for anyone in your, you know, on your gift list, because for one, I have found that it makes it a little more fun and exciting, because then I'm always sort of listening, and when I'm around different people that I know I usually buy for, I'm kind of thinking about, well, what would they enjoy, or if I hear them talk about something. Secondly, when I'm out and about just running errands, sometimes I come across something and I think, oh my gosh, this would be perfect for so-and-so. And so then I feel like I'm getting to enjoy that whole joy of Christmas all year long, which is really nice, because as I mentioned, last Christmas was real stressful and I don't feel like I felt much joy as much as I tried. It just was a matter of like, I got to get all this stuff done and sort of have fun while I'm doing it. But so I've been doing that. I made my list, and I was actually out running an errand, picking up something else, and I came across a book that I think someone on my list will enjoy. So I picked up that book, and it was actually really invigorating and, you know, motivating to come home, and I had the time to pull out my list. So if you have your Fly Lady Holiday Control Journal printed, that was part of your task from last month, is make your notes for the holidays and then print your control journal. So print your control journal, and that will give you the purchase list and then the make list. And I got these out, and again, I make the lists based on location, and I typically I kind of do all or nothing. So like some years I've made all the gifts except for a few things, so then I use the make sheets. Most years lately, life's just too busy, and so I'm purchasing them. But so I make one list per location. So I have one for my mom's house, one for my dad's house, one for our family here at home, one for my husband's side when we go visit them. And that way I could jot down that person and all the information of the gift I bought, how much I spent, where I got it from, and there's a box to check off that you have it on hand, it's here. And then before I can put it away, this is the other part, I'm gonna wrap it. I have the paper, I might as well. I'm gonna wrap it, put the label on so I know who it goes to, and then this is this is all part of it. So you usually have a spot where you tuck away and hide gifts, right? So I have one box that's my general gifts box, that if I just come across little things, usually for kids, I'll put those things in there, and that way if we're going to a birthday party or something, I have stuff on hand. But my secret stash is our luggage. So we have several different fairly large size suitcases, rolling suitcases that, we're only going to use them when we take a trip. So they have their place that they stay in the basement. So after I wrap this book and put the label on it with the person it's addressed to, it's gonna go into that suitcase that's for that household. So I have the suitcases kind of lined up, like I know this one goes to this house and this one goes to that house. So that way, as I go through the year and I find little things, first of all, I'm writing them down so I don't forget what I've bought, because that's the way this is only going to work. If you don't write it down, then you're just going to end up spending more and forgetting what you bought. So I'm writing it down. That way I can keep an eye on where I'm at with my budget, what gifts I'm still kind of looking for, or who's already done, and I need to just quit listening and quit looking. And even if I find something I think they would like, doesn't matter, it's already done. And then, like I said, still enjoy the whole process of finding the gift and wrapping it, because I'm not doing it on this panic of I've got to get all of these things done at once. So there's your challenge for February. Make your gift list and a rough budget. And if you find things, feel free to buy them, put it on your list, wrap them and tuck them away, and just keep going on with your month of February. Also, I forgot to mention, if you're someone who does all of this digitally, then make sure you have a note or something in your phone where you're gonna start keeping this gift list. I actually, besides my holiday control journal, the physical journal, on my notes in my phone, I always have a folder that's just called gift, I think it's gift ideas and wish lists. So when I open that up, each person has a note, and that way as I go through the year, if I hear someone talk about something or I see that they could use something, then I'll just pop it in there, jot it down, and I have that note with me on my phone. So that way I kind of always have that running list of possible gift ideas for people. So feel free to make some steps forward in the digital part of things too, where you're getting these lists set up for 2020 and ready to go on your mobile device, whatever you're going to take with you. Or if you do an Excel spreadsheet, do that. However you're going to keep track of these items, then make sure you're working on getting all that done now, because again, then it's done for later. So hopefully that all makes sense. Thanks for joining me. Don't forget to subscribe. I have a new series coming up that I think is going to be a collaboration with a friend of mine, so stay on the lookout for that. And in the meantime, thanks for your patience. I hope you have a great start to February and lots of good things to come, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.